So we have a topic for the panel discussion is capitalizing the Indian SME opportunity. While the chair is getting ready, I just have introduction of the theme. What the theme is talking about, how it is related to the IT industry. So we are India on the go. Mobile Internet Vision 2017, and considering the rapid growth and new trends on the digital market in India, is projected to have 314 million Internet users by 2017 and 236 million mobile Internet users by 2016. The report projects that India will have over 500 million Internet users by 2017. As of June 2015, Internet users in India stood at over 350 million. That we are talking about how SMEs are getting connected. So, coming forward, going to the report of 2G user base in India is projected to decline in the coming years, and as more and more customers expected to migrate from 2G to 3G, we also see a ray of hope for PC growth in future on account of some Digital India initiatives which aims at having a digital infrastructure as utility to every citizen, governance and service on demand, and digital empowerment of citizens. So before I move ahead, I will invite the panelists to the dais, Mr. Manjit Nayak, Additional Director, STPI Kolkata, and Sri Aswani Jain, CEO, Telecom PGCIL. Why don't you join? Sanjay, can I request you move the dais, please? Yeah. So SME is concerned with new technologies emerging almost every day. Business is becoming complex, and growth of ICT industry in India is highly becoming dependent upon SMEs because of their rapid growth and proliferation. So let me understand more from the panelist. With the recent report on net neutrality, the underlying tussle between telecom operators and OTTs, do you think there will be any impact on the growth of SMEs in India? Yes, sir. Mr. Why don't you take the mic?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kausa. It's a very tricky question actually to begin with, and
net neutrality is the hot topic in our country. You are a telecom provider.
Yeah, there is a report now by a high-level committee which is in the newspaper, and matter has been for EIITF also. Let's hope something comes out, but anything and everything brings out new opportunities, and I am very sure new opportunity will be for SME sector also, based on the final recommendations of TRI, the guidance directions. Because these OTT players naturally need to be encouraged. There's no point in curbing them, but at the same time, the concerns of telecom players need to be addressed suitably. So it's a very balancing trick which now the regulator has to play, and let's hope for the best. Thank you.
So what will be the future of the OTT player? How the market will accept it? Okay, we will come forward, but before that we will take the feedback from STPI. Manjit, can you talk about what is the impact?
I think as just now he said, it's all depend upon the government India policy, how they are going to take it forward, and probably we have to wait and watch for this the coming option, whatever is coming, and I think hope it will be definitely helpful to the industries and for the country.
Boss of your statement would like to give some light on this.
My point is that actually in the real world there is nothing which is neutral. So the government is trying to come out with a policy of net neutrality. So I think he's given everything. It has to be a balancing act because in the real world there is nothing which is neutral.
Then what will the impact in the society? But every man is concerned. Today everyone is using Skype, everyone using WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's what we think. But for the telecom players also you have to have some sort of this thing, because basically you have to balance the whole thing for the customers also and for the service providers also. So that's my view, but it may be a view which a lot of people may not agree with. Because nothing is neutral.
Yeah, Dr. Gavin, how do you want to say this?
Yeah, I think the there are opinions which have come out with the balancing act between the infrastructure providers and the new app or the application and content providers on the net. But I feel that the new apps, there has to be an open field for them to develop. Unless we encourage the innovators, the new players, because if we end with the WhatsApp and the other thing, that should not be the end of the goal for any kind of development. Otherwise, what will happen that there should be innovation coming up from the telcos, that so that voice over IP and WhatsApp kind of things should be developed within the country, so that there is a newer and newer challenges in the telecom sector and in the application sector of the internet, and there should not be a arbitrage what is there presently in the system. And having said that, at the same time there has to be a kind of, the technology is different, the WhatsApp technology and the voice technologies are, one is on the circuit switch network kind of thing, another is on the packet switching. So the licensing part has to be seen in that perspective, and so that there is a win-win situation for both kind of players, infrastructure as well as for the newer, the innovators and the startup industries and all.
Colonel Nath, how do you want, what is your thought on it?
I agree with him, that net neutrality would slowly drive away the unfair advantage which the big players had because of their deep pockets. And I'm sure SMEs would come up with a lot of innovations which would sell, and they will find a place in the market for themselves once these kind of biases go away, free apps and free kind of usages which drew a lot of customers to them. So I think it's a good thing which has happened, and I think we have to now see the growth and the innovation and the minds of our country. They have to actually rise up to the challenge as well.
Do you see that SMEs, the WhatsApp or whichever the company said that they started with SME, now become a very large enterprise. So many corporates, their business model is depend upon their WhatsApp. Last month we did a survey, so things process getting digitized. So they are doing a marketing activity, business plan with the WhatsApp, with a group of WhatsApp customers. This is from one of the biggest #1 company in the country. They have a huge business base, their turnaround time is very good. So going to see this, do you think SME also indulge into all these things? They also express this kind of revenue growth also by this process. What is the future of SME, do you think? Do you think a substantial opportunity for this?
We cannot do a very accurate kind of crystal gazing at this time, but we can just say that yes, the opportunities, because of this principle of net neutrality, the floor has been thrown open once again, and it's up to the people to grab the challenge and go ahead. It's only time will tell, that's what I can say. One cannot say, but yes, definitely there is a better opportunity now, that's what it is.
Dr. Govind, how do you think that future of SMEs in India?
SMEs has to be encouraged, and it's a very bright future, and we should allow them. Keeping the net neutrality is there, but we have to see that how the new SME sector are flourishing in the country from the point of view and taking the new innovative way of applications on the net, not harping on the age-old infrastructural things and those kind of aspects, but newer and newer applications if they can develop on the data and application layer, so that there is a opportunity for many of them to come forward in the application side. And as you said that WhatsApp started with a small business, but today it is one of the biggest entities in the globally, which is disrupting all kinds of businesses and all. The same kind of thing, many businesses are depending on this kind of disruptive technology, disruptive thing. That should be continued, otherwise the growth of the SME sector will be hampered badly if we don't encourage them.
Colonel Baba, what is your perspective into it? Future of SME?
I think the future is, what you're saying is SMEs have got a lot of opportunities, because if you see the future lies in the apps. Today, if 1 year back, today if I want a taxi, I have an app, I can see where the taxi is, I can go on for the taxi, and the taxi reaches me, the entire thing, the bill also comes on my this thing. So the future of technology and the future, if you take this computer, I mean the smartphone which I am carrying, I think it's smarter than the grey computer which was denied to us. So the future of technology is apps, and the apps does not require big infrastructure, they don't require the Infosys or the big this thing. They require these people, the smart people who actually run their businesses, who can utilize and be agile and cater to the market. So these type of things will be the future of technology, the future even for the government, because today the mobiles are accessible, your PCs and your laptops will not be accessible, mobiles are accessible to most, are available with most of the citizens. So even the government will have to do most of the e-governance, so you have to go to m-governance actually. So the future lies in apps, and the people who will make the apps are these people, and they have got a very bright future.
Wonderful, it's a good point. You talk about it, apps. Like, what do you think?
I just like to add one thing. I just gone through one article. Telephone lines has take almost 75 years to reach to those 100 millions of users, while the WhatsApp has taken only 3 years period to reach to the 100 million customers. So you think about the WhatsApp use of throughout the globe, and the acceptability of the all the citizens throughout the globe. So definitely SME should adopt these all social media platforms like the Facebooks or Twitters, or you can say WhatsApp, whatever, because this is the best way to probably to marketing their ideas and thought, and to highlight their product everything. So now if you see, so many companies are going through the Facebooks and Twitters, and they are giving a lot of free advertisement, and a lot of people now throughout the globes accessing this type of social media. So SME also should divert their marketing, their strategy toward this platform to achieve their goals.
Mr. Jain, you had a wonderful presentation about PGCIL.
Yeah.
So how you are connecting and offering the solution to the connectivity, be it a broadband, data center, or thing. How you think, how you could empower SME?
See, we are talking of today a digital world, Digital India program of Government of India, smart cities, empowerment. So all these things need a lot of effort. These are basically mission mode projects, and SMEs are no exception. I mean, everybody has to contribute. And SMEs having a lot of strength of innovation. Large organizations tend to become, lethargic and get into systems and procedures rather than thinking something different. Fresh people, young people can think different. Entrepreneurs are the real innovators. They can play a definite role, and we as Power Grid can help in connecting them in our limited way, because we don't have a very large network. But eventually, the world is going to be ultimately connected. Everybody is going to connect. I see a day when I and you need not talk. We don't have to talk to anybody. We don't have to move out of our comfort place, zone, home. Everything is done by a small device like mobile phone. That time is going to come. It's not very far off. And SMEs can play a major role, be it hardware or software.
Okay, please share your. Yeah. Can you use another?
I would like to share one more thought which got sparked when Baba said something about apps. See, we are very quick to adopt things and then it suddenly explodes. So there is an explosion of apps already in the mobile world. And instead of Google browsing, I think very soon or even now we are doing app browsing. We need to going for a search, and we get hundreds and thousands of apps based on those searches. So then a new idea will arise, how to make that thing, thought specific, nature specific, person specific. So there lies the need of big data, you know, some kind of analytics going on in the background, and somebody devising a tool for apps which are tailor-made to a particular person. It's already happening. You get advertisements on your email browsing screens based on what you have browsed earlier or which all sites you have visited, because some people are doing some analysis on your searches or your Google searches. So this is the evolution of this process going on and on and on. So my basically urge to the SMEs is that, you know, we have to think to that perspective as to what next, what if, these kind of thought processes. And I think the field is vast and it is very creative. The other day I was attending a seminar organized by NASCOM, in which they were showing an example about what big data can do. And they had devised a tool where the entire Mahabharata was word by word captured into a database, and you had characters on top and you had chapters on the side, and you could find out in which chapter so and so is occurring, in which chapter so and so is talking to so and so, in which chapter what is happening. All these kind of, you know, analysis could have been drawn on an epic of the size of Mahabharata. So what I am trying to say is that the ideas and the field is vast, and you can exploit this opportunity in any kind of a way, you know, depending on anything which you see is the need of the market, the need of the consumer. It's a vast opportunity, a very vast opportunity, and I think net neutrality is something which is going to accelerate this process.
So we are talking about apps. It is in fact more than 1 billion apps are available globally. More than 1 billion apps. So going forward, what will your SME plays a pivotal role in the growth of our economy? Dr. Jain, can you give some light how SME plays a pivotal role in our Indian economy?
As I understand from the data, SMEs are already playing a pivotal role in the growth of the economy. They contribute about 9% of the GDP. And the future lies in every sector, the growth of every sector. And SMEs are no exception.
Do you think that we are talking about one technology complement to other technology? For example, WhatsApp or Skype, it is come out with the technology. It is connected to the telecom segment.
Yeah.
It is connected to segment. Now this become independent entity. They don't need a telecom. Anyway, they have to be there. It's part of the life process.
See, exactly, that's what the life process is like that. So WhatsApp, how old is WhatsApp? It's hardly any, not even few years. The point is, there is a potential, tremendous potential. There is a tremendous potential in the industry to innovate, and that potential, I don't know what it is going to throw up next. Maybe the time will come when WhatsApp will become quickly obsolete in a week's time. Wait for that from SMEs. Look forward to that.
Dr. Govind, what do you think about SMEs to play the pivotal role in the
I think
economy?
there is a great opportunity. They are already contributing to the economy, the GDP of the country. But the need of the hour is to see that what are the new technologies, the adoption of those technologies, you know, like Internet of Things, Internet of Everything. I think there's a great opportunity lying there, out there. The standardization, the standard development in the Internet standards. And there are other areas where, you know, the SMEs can contribute from the point of view of adoption of these, integration of the technologies. How you said that WhatsApp giving rise to, you know, from writing on the infrastructure and all those kind of things. Similarly, they can, it's a one kind of technology, and there is a search engine like Google is there, but there is no local language search engines available today. Why not in Bangla, Tamil, Hindi? Create our own search engines in the country so that we can equip our needs from the local needs, local restaurants, local languages, contents, and all those kind of things. So there's a huge opportunity. I will say that like Baidu is developed by China. So similarly, why not we develop our own search engines, the Twitter, the Facebooks, in our own languages, which the content development in the local language is a must for internet to grow, because today we have 300 million, but the next billion internet user has to be from the local language in the country, because only the 10% and 15% or 20% is the local, the English speaking population out of 1.2 billion. So there is a need to develop the content, and there has to be some app for those kind of things. There is a huge market, even in the business sector also. You need in the villages, in the town, far-flung areas. How will you reach through the local language content, local language products, local language services, so that will give a huge opportunity to the sector. That's what I feel.
So you mean to say that ROI means it is not return on investment, it is a return on information.
Information, and that how to reach, once you reach through internet in the far-flung areas, but next thing is the content. What are the applications you are going to provide to them, to the villagers, in their local language? What are the applications you are not the citizen, but what kind of thing you can provide to them in that place? The education, the e-governance, the agricultural information. So all those things you have to think in a way that it can be given in some, some form of the app or some kind of thing. It can be faster, facilitate there, and the e-telemedicine. So all those apps have to come from these local needs, local language things.
Let's understand more from Colonel Bawa that how Webel is empowering SME.
See, actually, because I work in technology.
You are a technocrat, so you can tell better how you really empower. Case study you are.
See, what we do is we work for all the projects and. Keep the mic. Yeah, sorry. I think we work for a number of projects for the government of West Bengal, and with that we partner with the SME sector mostly, and they are the ones who actually help us in implementing the projects. But we in Webel Technology have one principle which I follow, is that if we want to grow, they also have to grow. And we make the environment such that it's a win-win situation for both my company and the people who partner us in various projects. But this is the wrong thing to say in this thing in a forum where we are talking about SME sector. But if I have anything to do, there should not be a SME sector, because I have seen so many companies who have the potential to grow, but because of the various advantages which are available to the SME sector, they don't want to grow beyond a certain point.
Why? What the reason? What could the reason? Financial bottleneck?
No, because till now, I mean, now the things are changing, because there were restrictions. If you see, most of these companies, some of them are informal companies. I mean, most of the thing is informal. You really don't, because there's so many laws which are so restrictive. But today, I mean, I see that the central government is really addressing those issues, like taxation, like labor laws, like these things. So these are the things which will enable these companies to really grow and not think about, remain. I know a few companies who don't want to grow beyond 20 crores or beyond this amount. They have the potential, but they don't want to grow. So for me, I feel that the company should be able to grow, because they are the people who provide the employment, and they provide employment to the kids. So they need to grow, and we have to make an environment where we honor prosperity and we honor growth.
And let's understand more from STPI. Like, how you see that the real things are happening? What is the future of SME?
See,
Because you are in touch with enterprise SME both. STPI and
very well, actually, for the STPI side, actually, we have both the schemes. One is from the IT industry side, another is from the hardware industry side. Both the scheme is launching since last more than 2 decades, and there is a lot of incentives are there in both the schemes available. And as per the suitabilities, industries are registered under the STPI banner throughout the India. and they are getting that, availing that all the benefits. So these schemes are very renowned and very flexible schemes, and it will definitely fit for all the SMEs in both the sector, in the IT as well as in the hardware sectors. And throughout India, I think more than 5,000 industries we have already enrolled in these schemes, and they are availing this benefit. So we have definitely focusing for the SME. So we are creating a lot of infrastructure to facilitate the SME sector throughout India, including the hardware sector like the ESDM lab, entrepreneurs the lab in various places in the metros areas in the countries. Because our prime focus to develop the SMEs and to get the benefit as much as possible from the government of India side, whatever we are announcing time to time.
So going forward, we'll have a last thing to wrap up that do you have to, what is your conviction about SME and e-commerce? There is a special platform for SME? Is there has to be a special platform? Yeah, to you.
Special platform means actually the scheme is for the SMEs as well as for the bigger player in the market. But the scheme is so flexible that whatever the benefit will going to achieve by the bigger player, same thing will be also achieved by these SMEs. And there is no restriction, and scheme is very flexible.
No,
so
my question is there has to be a special platform for the growth of SME?
Platform means definitely we have created a lot of infrastructure for the SMEs, and we giving lot of importance to the SMEs, and very much flexible schemes where the SME will get very easy to get access to all the benefit of the government.
What do you think, Mr. Jain? There has to be a special platform for social media and e-commerce?
I really am not competent to comment on that. But I believe that a lot of special dispensation has already been given to SME sector. And if required, Government of India will definitely do more on that. But diverting from the question really, I see basically two real challenges as well as growth opportunities for SME sector. One is in big data analytics, because with more and more IT proliferation happening, big data is going to be huge, and managing that data, understanding, really analyzing it, and what to make out of it. That is one threat as well as opportunity. Second is security, cyber security. It's a great issue. It's going to be a really simple issue, because if we have more than 100 crores of connections in the country, then cyber security is an issue, and when we are talking of putting everything onto the web or cloud or whatever we call that. Security is an area in which SME sector can definitely start working and make a huge contribution. And although it's a software side, but naturally dependent on hardware, so hardware and software, both opportunities are there.
Karnubhau, what do you think? Is there any special platform?
I've already told you that basically I am not a person who would say that SME ko you give them this thing, because I have personally seen that people do not want to grow beyond something. So if you have restrictions, they should not be. I mean, if a company is agile and if it can cater to the market, I'm sure it can.
They will do themselves.
Yeah, they'll do well themselves, and I think we have got very many smart people in India. They are very intelligent. If we can go and do it in the Silicon Valley, we can pretty well do it here also. So I am sure these people are agile enough, and they can do very well. I mean, I'll just again quote a very example which is quoted nowadays is about Uber. It's a cab company which is the biggest cab company in the world, which does not own a single cab. So basically, it's an idea which they have sold that you give.
Same as Ola.
Yeah, Ola, Uber, or whatever.
Empowering technology.
Yeah. And same your WhatsApp. I don't think the WhatsApp owns a single server on its own. So it's the idea which comes, it's the agility which comes, and it's the ability to cater to the requirement which, and you have to make a requirement. I mean, who could have thought about WhatsApp, but somebody thought of it, and now everyone uses it. So it's, I mean, and these people are smart enough to do it, I'm sure.
Dr. Govind, how do you think you promote .il in the country? where many type SME, large enterprise also get into. What is your thought about it?
Yeah, from the company perspective, the .in domain, because you need a presence in the cyberspace, we are there to help out the SME sector in registering the domain names and tying up with them for any kind of, advantages they want to have it. But the other point is today, it's a technological era. They have to tap the, like SMAC you said, social media. The marketing is easily available because the internet is proliferating, broadband is proliferating. Then the mobiles platform is there, and then the analytics and the cloud. So all these things are available today, which were not there in the traditional marketing maybe 10 years back. So today the idea mixed with the technology can do a big thing in the country, in the society. They have to only apply their innovative idea about what kind of application they look for, like Uber you said, the Ola you said, but we should not end up there. We should see how more and more applications, which is India-centric, which is helpful to our society, can be developed utilizing these platforms and these technologies.
Nath, want to add something?
Yeah, I think he has given a very useful thought. So we have to look for sectors where innovation can work. We are very fond of looking at only the IT sector and applying technology more and more, or only towards sales or e-commerce. There are huge amount of sectors which are lying as of now virgin because the technology is not proliferating. And one such sector is I would urge the SMEs to do something about people who are not living in the urban areas. We've been working in for some application in the agricultural sector. After interaction with people there, we find that there is a huge amount of volume in that. If we can do something, a small innovation, it can sell in very large numbers and really be very profitable for the SMEs. You take the example of Jan Dhan Yojana, one small initiative taken by the government has brought in thousands of crores of money into the circulation into the market. This is just one thought, an innovative thought. These kind of applications which can be built for people living in the rural areas, because of the huge numbers, and if it can be sold cheap, I'm sure it can be a great money spinner for any company. And there are a lot of my interaction with some people who are working in the village level says that there are a lot of people over there who have a lot of talent. If they can be tapped, and the talent can be tapped commercially, some products can be achieved from them and sold in the urban markets. There is a huge amount of opportunity. And IT, electronics, technology, everything can go into it. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, there is a mixed response from the panelists about the opportunity SME. So going forward, we have to wrap down the session. So what do you think, or in one sentence, you have to say what SME can make the difference in the country? In one sentence.
I would say that they are the backbone, because I think their numbers are the largest. So if you say one sentence, I would say that they are the backbone as far as we are concerned in the business in the country.
Okay. Thank you.
They can generate employment.
Yeah, we'll say one sentence, because that is the key takeaway from the session.
SME is the future of the country, and a lot of hopes there from them, because all businesses are moving towards SME today from the IT and technological perspective.
Like I said earlier, I think the SMEs are more agile and they will be able to cater to the requirements of the people. And another sector which I would like to say, which I feel actually offers itself to use of technology, is the medical sector. I mean, you're reading an ECG or you're reading this, why do you need a doctor? I think technology can address and tell you what's going on with you by reading these things and all these things. So the agility of the SME to address the newer needs and create newer things is what is the future for them.
Manjit, what do you think about it?
SMEs are basically the backbone of the country, and they should have that much of courage to adapt the new challenges.
I believe SMEs are going to drive the real future of India.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful panel discussion. Thanks for the panelists.